The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's why I was so, like, when Nunez lost, like, I almost couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, because I'm sitting there watching with other people, and I'm like, and I bet money on the Poirier fight.
Who'd you bet on?
Poirier.
You bet on Poirier?
Yeah, because I was like, there's no way he just came off that.
The fights with Conor.
I was like, there's no way he's gonna lose. But I, I'm not as big a fan as. So my homie is the one. He's the Joe Rogan in our group where he knows so much that if it's anything I don't understand, he just explains it.
Yeah.
And he was trying to tell me, no man, Oliveira's a fucking monster, and I'm like,
Oliveira's a monster. People think of Oliveira as not being a monster because there's times that people have beaten him. Like Paul Felder smashed him, and there's a lot of guys that beat him. Cub Swanson KO'd him. Guys have beaten him, but he got better. And you gotta accept that and not think of like when he lost.
Because so many people, well, who gets better at 35? I
don't believe he's 35.
No,
I think he's younger than that, and I think he's 33. And I also think that he got into the UFC when he was 20, and so part of the problem was like he was learning and developing and growing as an elite organization. How old is he? 32.
Oh, okay, wow.
32. So, see, he's been around a long-ass time. But he came into his own over the last few years, which kind of makes sense. Like, he figured it out somewhere around 27, 28. But he comes, look, these guys are elite, right? They come close to beating him, but he finds a way to beat them. And the way he does it is so final. The way he beat Poirier, man, that choke was so fucking good. It was so good.
Yeah.
And that's the same way the world found out about him was Efrain Escudero, who won the Ultimate Fighter. So who was a very good fighter himself. He fought Oliveira, and Oliveira took his back same way, standing up, and choked him out. And that's when we first saw him. And the first time I recognized him, like, man, this kid is talented. But then it was like his jiu-jitsu was really good, but maybe his striking wasn't as good as his jiu-jitsu, and then slowly his jiu-jitsu and striking merged, where he's like equal. In both of them, he's lethal in. He's lethal in his striking and lethal in his jiu-jitsu. But the difference is his level of jiu-jitsu is a leap higher than most of the people he's competing against.
I didn't realize that.
He has the most submissions in the history of the UFC. Make sure that's true.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's true.
That also blew my, because they were saying that during the broadcast.
Yeah.
That blows my mind, but it's also like everybody, I'm always in my mind going, I want to see this guy fight Khabib.
Oh, yes, that would have been the fight. And maybe it could be. Maybe it could be still.
To see that fight.
Look, maybe it could be still. Khabib might decide at one point in time, Okay, Charles Oliveira holds the record for the most submission wins with a mind-boggling 14 wins. Click on that because I think it's 15 now. Because I think that might be a article that was written before the Poirier fight. I think. Doesn't matter. Either way, Oliveira holds the record, and it's the way he does it, man. Jiu-jitsu is a wild thing. Like, there's guys that are smaller than me, and I'll grapple with them, and I'm in deep danger from the moment you start sparring, because they're just so much better than me. They're just better. And that's the difference between Oliveira and these guys. It's like they're all really good standing up. He's really good standing up. So there's kind of like an even playing field. But when that motherfucker gets a hold of you, you're in deep danger.
Yeah.
Terrifying danger where you can't make any mistakes. 15, see? Damn, this brain is like a steel trap. Occasionally.
Yeah, and he's like, it's like it's him and Khabib are scary that way. Where it's like, because after that fight, I went back and watched like all his highlights and all, because you hear that, and it's like, there's a precision, there's a predator like precision where he pounces on the, like, as soon as you give him an opening, it's a wrap.